That's the one thing you have to realize is a loser doesn't have anything left to lose. That's why they do what they do. That's the last final straw. You know what I mean? That's their last resort. That's the one thing that they have is to mess with other people, to screw around with other people, to try to make them feel bad about themselves, to try to budge in and empower themselves with his ego by assuming some kind of importance when the thing that they're kind of budging into really has nothing to do with them whatsoever. Like another person's success has nothing to do with you to an extent, you know what I mean? But people always try to get attention and do things and take things to extremes when they're just a nobody. They're just someone who just can't seem to get ahead. But the thing about that is it takes work to get places, man. When you look at all those people that succeeded at something, they have a long history of practice. They have a long history of doing a lot to get to where they are, and they earned it, man. You know what I mean? And some people, they get way too rich, you know what I mean? And questionably, they did a lot of hard work, but did they really deserve all of that? Did they really earn all of that? Some people just get lucky, you know what I mean? Not very many people get very rich or very successful, you know what I mean? Like there aren't very many people who, you know. So when you look at yourself, and that's what everyone does. Everyone's always paying attention to themselves. That's what we do. That's what we do. And a lot of people don't realize that that's all they're really doing is just zeroing in, zeroing in, zeroing in, and me, and you constantly just like I feel bad now because of the things that happened in my life and everything that's going this way. And but then other people can think of it differently. They're probably, I don't know, it seems like some people, they just don't really even care to mess around. Like they don't want to mess around with anyone. They don't want to screw around. They just like go work their job, and they're completely happy with everything they got going on. And it's crazy because there's so many robust personalities on the internet. There's a lot of people that will say way too much. They give you the exclusive inside look. And that's what I'm basically doing. I don't really have to say anything. I don't have to come on here and do anything and really to put anything either which way. I guess it's just this almost this manifestation of entertainment and bringing something out into open and saying this is this or isn't this, when honestly maybe someone who's considered a loser is just another person, and maybe they deserve just as much as respect as anyone out there. And a lot of the time that is the case, you know what I mean? Like just because you did something, you overachieved or something, almost doesn't really mean anything, really. I mean, if you really think about it, like people will give it to you though. Like if they want to acclaim you as someone who succeeded or did something, overachieved and did something that's sensational, or did something that's looked at as, you accomplished something, they can give it to you. They can be part of that fandom. You know what I mean? And that's the way I kind of feel about, everything that's going on with me. Is it's almost like if someone wants to say something good, they can say something good, but they could just as well say something bad or retract what they said and think something different, because people change. People are always changing, and with that is going to come just a different perspective, different interests, different likes, and if someone likes you online, it's probably just one little piece of the puzzle for that person. And so I don't know, like, how significant are you to other people online? Like me, like, I don't know, like, do I really want to sit here and act like I'm so important to people? And maybe I am doing something for them, you know what I mean, magically. Like, holy crap, Seth, like your video changed my life, like I don't know. A lot of time it's just like I don't know. Um But I think that if you are kind of a loser, and here's the thing is I don't even like saying the the word loser because I guess I'm kind of a loser. Like I guess when you say loser, it's just a person who like what the hell are you doing with your life? Like get a life, you know what I mean? Like I get all that stuff too. Like get a job, get a life, get a wife, get a life, get a wife, you know, have some kids, maintain yourself, you know. But anyways, yeah, I guess that might be why I would get mad at that because I'm basically a person who crawled out of the gutter and started, trying to make videos and do things online to get people's attention to try to, beef myself up and stuff. But the effort's there, but the talent's there too. And I don't even know what the hell to think of myself most of the time. I'm just like, well, maybe a lot of it's kind of irrelevant. I'm just doing whatever the hell it is I want to do in the moment and getting a laugh or whatever. And I used to make these videos like this one right here, but I would not be so serious or not really talk normally. So I'd just be like comedically just trying to be funny. And I guess it was kind of hard to watch because I was basically doing character. I was basically doing like character narrative, just doing a lot of like crazy stuff. And now I'm just like, use your podcast voice, use your inside voice, use your podcast voice. Cause now I'm actually trying to do podcasts. I'm like, this is a legit podcast now that I'm attempting. And yeah, it's solo. Um, and that's what you get what you give, I guess. Um I'm using the other angle of the pile of pile of groceries. You know what I mean? I'm using the I was gonna say pile of meat, but pile of meat, pile of groceries, pile of egg. I don't know. It's kind of crazy because I think it is true that just a loser has nothing left to lose. So maybe out of desperation, they try to say things online to other people or make jokes. Because a lot of the jokes I've seen online are just so like I don't know. It's just like you're just looking at how dumb someone is or something about someone or something to just take a look at yourself and either feel good or bad. And it's just like, what the hell is laughter anymore? What the hell is laughter? And you just look at that, just imagine like a cocky face, like this feel good cocky face that laughs and is worry free and just kind of positive perspective and all of that, and some things can come into conflict with that, but for the most part you're just living in that world. And that's what the thing that I try to do. But I don't know, it's kind of weird to think that to really break through to your happiness is kind of almost condescending other people, because if everything was going right in your life then you would feel good, right? If you accomplished something, if you did something that was notable, like I have a successful podcast, or like I I don't know, I want I'm a I did something, like I star football player or something, like whatever, I wrote a book and a lot of people bought it. Or like, whatever the hell I did. I'm a gaming streamer and I succeeded at streaming games. But anything that's pretty much lower than that is like, it's really not gonna fulfill you. Like it never really does. But I think people get crazy over time when they never really achieve much in their life, but maybe they think of what they did as more significant than it actually is. But then again, just being a person, it can be very significant. Like just being alive and having friends or being a part of something, like you're a part of that, whatever it is, and just being alive and just being a decent person is actually a pretty big deal. Like, hey, you're a good parent or something, or like, hey, you know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna like screw everyone over, and you know, you're not gonna murder anyone. I guess you know what I mean. Like, you're not gonna like. do any funny business. Like you're not, that's actually a pretty big deal. But some people they'll backstab you, but that's pretty much all they'll do. Like if they could screw you over in a business deal, damn right, right? I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that goes into that, like the quality of a human being and what we know as morality when you live in such a ruthless capitalist world. And that's the way I kind of look at the internet. It's just like it's just everyone just shows their teeth, and it's just this big teeth teeth flex. Look at my teeth. Look at my teeth. Look at my teeth. Look at how I am. Look at me and how I can be to other people. Look at how robust my personality is. I have so much positivity to offer you. It's basically just buying a just something off a shelf, right? That's what it comes down to, isn't it? Like if you just think of people and what they're able to offer you on the internet as if it was on a shelf, right? And if it was in so if it was on a shelf, it'd be in a different part of the store. But that's all it would really be. It's just something that people are buying. And I know like people find stuff online and there's not really a price they can put on it. Like it means a lot to them that they're able to have this person to watch and talk about things or just like some kind of form of entertainment, that goes beyond just the typical structure of a movie or whatever TV show. Cause I think a lot of that stuff can be quite fake in a lot of way. And, like me, I feel pretty fake too, just like making videos and expecting people to like or watch them. And it's like, you know, but that's the way it goes, man. Can you be entertaining to people and stuff? And I just feel like if I post something and it doesn't get a huge response, maybe it doesn't matter if I don't respond to every single person and talk to them because maybe it wasn't sensational enough to succeed as much as I would want it. But I don't know. When it comes to interactions and stuff, I guess that's a uh different conversation. But um, I always kind of repelled the idea of me being a loser, so I always wanted to overachieve, and just not a lot of people can do what I'm doing or do what I did or what I'm leading up to too. Because all my years of hard work is leading somewhere and I don't even know where that is. Maybe it's nowhere. But I guess I still have a destination that's probably different than other people regardless. So I guess I have a lot to lose, but at the same time, I don't know, that's kind of crazy to think about because I think like real true losers really they probably don't have any possessions. They probably don't really have a personality, they probably don't have anything. There's probably like there's really no values there. There's just like nothing there. And so all they can do is steep to a new low or try not to steep to a new low eventually so they avoid all the lows of life. And that's just a whole nother conversation when I appeal it to myself because you know what? I've done a lot to avoid the lows of human existence, existing in the slums where these terrible people who don't even probably realize it most of the time are. So that's all I got to say. Probably a lot more I could have said. I kind of went in a lot of different directions on this one, but thanks for watching, listening. Have a nice day.